huge development out of South Texas. Mayra Flores, a Republican, running against this guy, Danny Garcia, a Democrat, for an open seat, a seat vacated by Philemon Vela, who got an appointment in the Biden administration. This has been a Democratic seat for 100 years. And Myra Flores needed not just to win, she had to get to 50% to avoid a runoff, and she did. So she has flipped the seat. This narrows further the Pelosi margin in the House, which is already very tiny. And it signals a larger trend that's going on in South Texas. Now, this is actually where you grew up. This is your home turf.
This is my home turf. This is my dream come true. And so, when we interviewed Myra a few months ago, and I was, I helped with the interview. I was one of I talked to her as well. And I said, listen, this is my dream come true to make the Valley red. I mean, I just, always dreamed of that. Even when I was 14 years old and met Ronald Reagan in Harlingen, that was something that, hey, we have to flip this county red. And she did. Now, we have to help her, because it's going to get a little dicey come November, because they have done a redistricting in the Valley. And so her seat is now redistricted in a way that actually gives a Democrat a 17-point lead. So we have to, hey, all my friends from Harlingen High School, go vote for her. Trust me.
Well, so even in this race, she was in a district that was 10 plus for Biden. Mm-hmm. But the new district is going to be 17 plus for Biden. Now, she's a terrific candidate. By the way, she's married to a Border Patrol agent. She has little kids. There's a great picture of her, and she's wearing this Border Patrol hat. And so she's got all the kind of ingredients to win. And of course, for her to decimate, this is, by the way, an incumbent Democrat she'll be taking on.
I mean, and as you know, I've known Philo since I was a child. So, that we just, the Valley, even though the Valley is large, everybody knows each other down there. And this is something that is just, the Velas have been really an institution in the Valley. It's very hard to beat a Vela. So anyway, so this open seat gave her the opportunity to get in. Now she's the incumbent, and hopefully that will give her a little bit of an edge when come November. But I have to say that it is a red wave of not just Myra, but Monica de la Cruz, Cassandra Garcia. So these three women, I love how the NRCC said, last night was just the beginning. The triple threat is going to flip South Texas red.
I mean, this is important on two fronts. One is, of course, it's to keep Texas red. If Texas is going to go blue, it's not going to go blue because Austin is blue. Austin's already blue. Inner city Houston is blue. They need to hold the Rio Grande Valley. That's the south part of Texas. It's all
the tip of Texas, down there by the border.
And Myra's district, 85% Hispanic. So she's running in an overwhelmingly... So the Democrats...
That's pretty much the way it is down in the Valley, honey.
Yeah, now talk about how we're seeing a shift, not just for the Cubans and the Venezuelans.
Yeah, so, this is the Democrats' worst, and I mean worst nightmare, because... as a Venezuelan / Mexican American, I know that it's a little bit easier to lose the Venezuelan vote because of socialism, right? Venezuelans that come to America do not want the same thing to happen in America that they just left, the hellhole in Venezuela to come here and only happen again here. So it's very, I think the Democrats are like, okay, I think we are losing some of the Venezuelans. Okay, I think we're losing some of the Cubans. But to lose the Mexican Americans, the Democrats are going to go nuts. And not only is Myra Mexican American, but she was born in Mexico. So this is their worst fear, because you know how they love to tout the fact that we're such racists, that Republicans hate Hispanics and all of that. Yet she is the first Mexican-born Congresswoman in history.
And she's hardcore. I mean, she's a Trumpster.
She's a Republican.
She's running on family values. She's running on God. She's pro-life. So she's economically conservative, she's conservative on foreign policy, and she's conservative on social and moral issues. So this is not somebody who decided to sort of win by towing a moderate line. No, she went out full on. What we're really seeing is a shift in the consciousness of the Mexican American and the Hispanic community more broadly.
Yeah.
So this has
Well,
national implications.
As you know, a lot of my high school friends, my dear friends, are fans of Trump. They love him, and they are fans of liberty and freedom. And that is why I'm so happy that Cameron County and many of the counties down in the valley have finally woken up.
Huge news.